والخاشعين والخاشعات والخاشعات والمتصدقين والمتصدقات والصائمين والصائمات والحافظين والحافظات والذاكرين الله كثيرا والذاكرات أعد الله لهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم. Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome to everyone to the Iron Lady Awards. We are your hosts, I'm Fatma Fidha and Fatma Farah.
The ceremony began with the recitation of Holy Quran by Maryam Luba Abdullah.
The Iron Lady Awards commenced in 2021 by Edufam ACE is an award to acknowledge, appreciate, and motivate the efforts and achievements of all the strong, inspirational women around us. Our female heroes in the leading roles with their extraordinary courage, confidence, commitment, and strive to succeed while setting examples for all of us. These women have transformed not only their own lives, but also the lives of the people around them by their bravery and compassion.
On such an occasion, it is important we understand the importance of empowering women, promoting their sense of self-worth, their ability to determine their own choices and the right influence, social change for themselves and others.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Ramanathan to welcome our guests. Dr. Ramanathan is a founder and managing director of ACE International Private Limited Singapore. He is a PhD holder in biomedical science with more than 24 years of experience in research and development, learning and development, and business and development in India, Taiwan, and Singapore. He has also received awards and rewards for his achievement. He holds several management positions and memberships in a number of social organizations and professional associations at national and international level.
He is very keen to organize international conferences, symposia, seminars, webinars, training sessions, workshops, awarding programs, and competitions all around the world. Further, he has acted as mentor and coach for many projects to guide them in various fields at different levels. His burning desire is to offer professional consultancy, service in business and management, learning and development, knowledge, and innovative technology transfer segments. He is very much interested in formulating institute and industry partnership to provide real-time learning, on-job training, experiential learning, internship opportunities, and to create a better startup ecosystem in the institutional atmosphere. He is passionate in supporting to raise investments and procure business funding supports for companies, institutions, industries who wish to upscale their business operations to the next level. So I introduce Dr. Ramanathan.
Good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thank you so much for making the day for us. I would like to mention few things. Before that, I warmly appreciate and congratulate the women who are going to receive the Iron Lady Award today. It is wonderful to always having the collaboration and the contributions for the community, along with Edufam International, Dr. Halima Sadia, the director, as well as behalf of ACE International, myself, Dr. Ram, the founder and MD. We are having this kind of collaborations to appreciate and recognize the people in our community on various occasions. One among them is the World Women's Day 2023. We are celebrating the Iron Lady Award ceremony today. I warmly welcome Dr. Anara Naeem, the chief guest for this ceremony, on behalf of Edufam International and ACE International. Also, I would like to warmly welcome all other dignitaries and the awardees. The world without women, there is no wonder. There is no wonder we can't be able to live in the world. So always we need to admire, appreciate, and adore the fellow women who are supporting and sacrifice their life in many ways, whether it is family, whether it is in the society, whether it is in the employment categories, whatever the way, the women contributions always need to be appreciated. So we are all human beings. We are born for certain values or certain reasons. But without women, we can't be able to come into this world. That's the way the women are the root cause for the livelihood and making the human generation to continue forever. Now, the slogan from United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, one among them is gender equality. We have nearly 17 factors described under the UN SDGs, but gender equality, why should we slogan it out as of now? Men or women, the empowerment strategies are common as of now. So whether it is male child or female child, we need to empower equally and engage them in the society or the employment category in equal manner. So everywhere, the employment category is now boosting up towards ladies to come and occupy the top grade leadership positions, CEO, CTO, COO, CSO, CXO, whatever it may be. The women need to groom their skill sets, attitude, and position themselves for many MNC companies as well as other sectors, not only in public, also private sectors. So this kind of awarding ceremony, recognizing the women who have done certain values, not only for themselves, also for the surrounding and the people who are living with them. There are people who wanted to uplift the underprivileged sections. There are people who wanted to support their family members or their community people. There are women who are sacrificing their life for many things, not only for their own family, also for the underdevelopment sectors. So we are all very happy in hand-holding together with the audience who are presenting here, with the people who are willing to admire the community. We can join together to appreciate and recognize as well as rewarding them the Iron Lady Award ceremony to be very successful. I would like to invite one and all, and I wanted to hand over this dais to the MC. Thank you. I wish all you success. Over to the MC.
Thank you, Dr. Ramanathan. Now, next on our agenda, we have an address by Dr. Halima. But before that, I would like to let our audience know that we have a small surprise coming up at the end of the ceremony.
So for this surprise, we'll be asking a few questions from the audience. And the ones who get the answers correct the most can read it at the end.
What is the award?
So the award will be the special gift.
Okay, thank you.
So my first question is, who was the first female pilot?
Even on Zoom, people can answer. Who was the first female?
Commercial or fighter?
For the first female pilot.
Anyone on the Zoom who was the first female pilot? Who was the first female pilot? Yes. Sorry, I don't think anybody knows that.
Ramonda de la Roche.
Ramonda is correct. Who said this?
So not Ramonda, that is Amelia.
Oh, that is
I
Amelia.
had an answer from the audience.
Oh, great.
So the correct answer is Amelia.
Yes. Why so late? Answer.
So is it a
Yeah.
So now I would like to call upon Dr. Halima Sadia to address the audience. Dr. Halima is a dedicated, resourceful, and a goal-driven professional educator in the backbone of Edufam International Academy, with a solid commitment to the social and academic growth and development of every child and adult. She is an accommodating and versatile individual with the talent to develop inspiring, hands-on plans that will capture people's imagination and friendship.
Our mission for each module will examine happiness and explore the effects on different aspects of workplace, including importance of happiness and impact on happiness on leadership and performance, productivity, and sustainability. All her higher experiential ideas will include a variety of practical learning methodologies, including workshops and simulation. Her self-designed course, led by, is all about realizing human potentials and helping people to be the best version of themselves.
This 1-month leadership course is a life-transforming course focusing on rediscovering oneself, unleashing potentials, finding purpose and meaning of life, acquiring self-management, managing skills, and grooming personal leadership skills. And by profession, she is a principal. By passion, she is a motivational speaker, a mentor, and a coach. She has authored 4 books, and her latest book will be released today in the function after a short while.
Thank you. This you can put on the view of audience. Where is the gallery? You can put on the gallery view from gallery view, not my view. Of this page view. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You have not taken your lunch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A very good evening. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal to all those who are on the screen. You all know me very well. So, and a little bit of introduction has been already given. So I directly am going to start my presentation. Basically, it is not a visual presentation, it is a verbal presentation. And for that, I have to come forward so that I can feel closer to you all and I can speak from my heart, not from those pages that I have written already, that you can maybe read sometimes on the social media and you will read yourself about my speech. So anyway, I'll begin with a question. Am I on the screen? If I'm coming up, you know?
We can't see you on Zoom.
Okay. Now you can see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. Hannah, thank you very much. I respect you. So let me begin with a question. How many of you believe that behind every successful man, there is a woman who has believed in him, who has never given up on him, and who has helped him to reach to the stars? How many of you believe in this philosophy that there is a man behind every successful woman?
All of us.
Yeah, please, raise up your hands.
Yes.
Wow, so many hands. Yes. Now my next question is, how many of you believe that behind every successful woman, like this successful women, there is a man,
Yes.
either father, husband, brother, son, friend, relative, anyone. How many of you believe in this?
Yes.
Few hands,
Yeah.
a few hands.
Why do?
Yeah. Because the scenario may not be equal for everyone, so that's why a few. So believe me, my dear sisters and brothers, that in both the situation, this is true. That we all are for each other and we need each other. The men need women and the women need men. If somebody says that you can live alone, successfully, happily, how many of you say that this is a truth or you think it is a lie?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Osif? This is truth? No, I don't. There is no room for doubt. You have to tell me concrete answer whether it is true or wrong. How many of you believe that you can,
Dharmiana.
that they, no, how many of you believe in this statement that you can live alone, happily and satisfactorily?
No, nobody alone can be happy.
Very good answer. Shabana ma'am, in her experience, she is telling. Believe me, this is a lie if somebody says. Nowadays, you can see the youngster telling this because I have met many youngsters who are saying, what is the need of the marriage and what is to be with the company of the people because we want to be the professional women, especially my girls, and we want to like fly high and we want to see the all colors of life and we want to enjoy in this world. Believe me, this is the biggest lie of the world. You cannot be happy alone. You need people around you. You need your counterpart around you. And I'm going to prove this. How? The man was created by God, and man was created the best place to live in. Paradise. The best garden. But man was unhappy. Man was incomplete. Man was not satisfied. Then God created a woman. So since man was unhappy without women, so for men it is true that they cannot live without women. But since women have been created to accompany men, the purpose of women is to live with men and to make this world a beautiful place. So in this way, if somebody is going beyond the nature and saying that I don't need men in my life and I can be successful without men, that's also not right. So we need both each other. We are complementing each other. Here, when I'm saying this, I don't mean that only you focus the husband. No, I am including the male in the form of father, in the form of brother, in the form of son, in the form of friend, in the form of relative, in the form of husband as well. But husband's role is little greater than other roles because we spend most of the time with husband. Now, the question will be that they are the one who always criticize us. Isn't it? Very true. I'm speaking in the experience of my own life. And many of you will agree with me. So if you are a woman of substance, and that's why we are giving today the Iron Lady Award, then you should know how to deal with that. You know, there is a philosophy that we should love our haters. And haters play a very crucial role in our life. How? Because they are the ones who are spending more time thinking about us, observing us, looking at our actions, looking at
Ma'am, I want to add, but
looking at all the aspects of our life. So that's why haters are important for us. Then only we become diamond, then only we become gold. Otherwise, if everybody is appreciating, okay, Dr. Sadia, very good, very good, very good, then I'll be like that. But if somebody says, no, your decision was wrong, you should have done in this way, then I will think, yes, I have to think twice about this. And then I have to introspect myself and I have to then finalize that in what way I should do next time. So that's why if husband criticizes, we have to take it in a positive way, because they are the ones who want us to see on the greater heights. That's why they do that. And that is important for our life. Okay, and that's why Zeba is Zeba, and that's why Halima is Halima, and Shabana is Shabana, and Dr. Anara is Dr. Anara. Otherwise, if they are not there, then naturally we are incomplete. And we are not what we are today. That's why I have taken my topic that he without her and she without him is incomplete. On this International Women's Day, I am talking in this way. Maybe I'm sounding like very awkward that on this day I should have spoken in some other aspects, but I'm speaking in this way because I find that men and women both are the two sides of the same coins. And there is no difference in that. There are many men who have made their women, and there are many women who have made their men. The examples are plenty. Like if we take the example from today's world, then I must say that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are the best example for this. When Barack Obama was the president, Michelle has taken back seat, and she has spent more time on the household affairs. But now when the president's term is over, we can see that now Michelle has taken the front seat of her lawyer profession, and Obama is appreciating him in many ways and encouraging and motivating her. Not only this example, there are many, many examples we can find in our surroundings, we can find from the history, and we can find around the globe. When men have started thinking in this way, that it's not only women who has to take the responsibility of households, but it's the men equally, and both have to work together now. Mutually, they have to decide that who will be taking more responsibility of the house and who will be taking more responsibility of the career and profession, because any one of them has to be compromising at times. If both of them are very ambitious in their careers, then naturally the family will collapse. And the children, those we want to nurture in the best citizen, that's not going to happen. So any one of them has to take the back seat for some time, or maybe permanently, or one of them has to take the front seat. As far as career is concerned, I'm talking about that. Now, my dear sisters, do you remember that incident in the history when a man came in the house? He was shivering, he was shaking, he was nervous, he was frightened. And he said, cover me with blanket. Cover me with blanket. And the lady who came forward was a very successful businesswoman. And the lady said that you are a noble man. You are a kind person. No harm will come to you. You have never done anything wrong with other people. Why are you worried? And not only she counseled and consoled, but she has taken the man to a learned person just to find out what exactly happened. Who was that gentleman who has grabbed him tightly? And that was the reason why he was nervous and he was frightened. You all must have understood that about whom I'm talking. And that was the reason why within 25 years, he has become one of the top most influential person in the history so far. Within 23 years, not 25, I'm sorry. Within 23 years, he was able to spread his mission in such a vast speed that history has not seen before that. Who was the first cause and reason or the source of motivation? The wife. If today when a husband comes home, we are sitting there with lots of complaints. Okay, this happened, that happened, that happened, this happened. And if husband will say this type of things, then we will always try to find out the mistake in husband itself. Oh, you must have done something wrong. And same vice versa. Same even when wife explain anything and try to tell something, then the husband's first stance will be there. You should have done something this. You should have done in this way, in that way. They will never appreciate. That attitude we have to change. We have to be more appreciative of each other. This is human psychology. That is not only true for the husband and wife, but in any of the relationships. If you focus more on the shortcomings, then you will find the relationship will always be the bad. But if you focus on the positive aspect of the person, then you will find that you are always in a good relationship, and mutually you can understand each other in a better way, and you can be the reason or cause of improving the person. So now, before I end my speech, let me just ask you people a question. That why do you want to be successful? What is the reason? What is the cause? Why do you want to be successful in life? Of course, there is no need to say that you want to be successful, isn't it? But why? I have asked this question to many people, especially the youngsters. And their answer is, they want to make more money. They want to be rich. They want to be like Jeff Bezos. They want to be like Elon Musk. And that too overnight. Okay, they don't look at the like iceberg inside the sea. They just look at the 11% outside. And they think that it is so easy and they can be successful. This is a very, very meager or very, very mean purpose of being successful. If you want money, there are many ways to get money. I will suggest you many ways. But do you think that there is a time in life when you think that money becomes secondary? And at that time, you need people around you. There are families, their children have not spoken to the elders since months and months and years. And there are elderly people who have not seen their own children since years and years. Because everybody is busy making money. And the children will say that we are sending them money every month, we are giving them all the comforts of life. And to give them comforts, we are earning. This is the irony of today's world. You are earning money to give the comfort to the children or to your elderly parents, but you are not giving them the thing that they need more. They need our time. They need our presence. They need us around them. And that's what we don't have today. And here I stop and say that, my dear sisters and brothers, this is the high time when we have to think about the family boundaries. This is the high time we have to think that family is the most important thing in life. Most important thing in life. Even more than the career, even more than profession, even more than anything else. Yes, of course, after your iman and health, that is the most important thing. So we have to give value to them who are around us. We should not take them for granted. Now, maybe some of you will say that, okay, we can survive without them also. Because I have seen many young girls and boys saying that we don't need money, we don't need family, we don't need family. We can survive with them. But the question is that, are we here to survive? Or we are here to thrive? We are here to give to the world. We are not here just to be takers. Somebody has built air conditioner, we are enjoying here. What we are going to give to the next generation, that we have to think. Everybody sitting in this hall is under debt. Not under debt of money, but under debt of the favors, the comforts somebody has done for us, how we are going to repay them. The only way is that we have to do for the society in return. We have to do for the next generation to come. We have to think about that. And in that, there is no discrimination among men and women. Women are also enjoying AC as men are enjoying. So if men can work for the society and for coming generation, why can't women work for the society and the generation? So now this question is mine to the male counterparts. Why you stop your women of contributing in the society? Why you stop your women to be only in the kitchen and not participating in the social affairs? When they are the part of this society, they should also be given the equal rights and equal opportunities. Now coming to Maldives, since this program is in Maldives and the entire world, whosoever are there, they are listening to us, they all are thinking that what Maldives is playing the role. And I have done little research about this because I'm very much keen about knowing the status of the women. And I found that Maldives has very rich history. Before 1972, when tourist sector was not that much flourishing, the basic occupation was fishery. And in that, I found that women were playing a very important role. They were the part and parcel of the entire earnings of the family. Like they may not be going in the boats, but beyond boats, there are many work associated with that. They used to perform, even they used to sell also. Well, selling was also the responsibility, or they were contributing in that. So that's why the women since beginning in Maldives are thinking that they are equally responsible for the financial income or financial status of the family as men are. And that's why the men are also equally playing the role in the family's affairs, in the household affairs. And after 1972, when tourism sector is flourishing, then women have come up. Like anything in the field of hospitality, tourism, even the health sector, education sector, and all other sectors. And Maldives is considered to be one of the most friendly places where women can work without any fear. Women are given the opportunities to work in any of the fields without any fear, without any hesitation. They are motivated, they are encouraged. That's why I think that today, if all are assembled here and we are celebrating the Iron Ladies, those who have proved themselves since long with their achievements and challenges and strives, that this place is the right place to organize this Iron Lady Award function. And I salute to the ladies of Maldives. I have, during this 8 months of my stay, I have seen them very hardworking women. And I have seen them very responsible women towards the family, towards the children. And I should not comment about anything else because that is in the inverted commas. That is very much understandable to the people who are here. But I must say the positive aspect of the women, that they are really very hardworking. And they really are the pillars, strong pillars of their family. And that's why I congratulate to all the women of Maldives. And at the same time, as a sisterly, my advice would be that if you are working so hard, then let's make the family stronger. And let's compromise a little bit. Let's sacrifice a little bit if it is for the sake of the bonds of the family. Because in every family, there are some sacrifices and compromises involved, then only a family comes into existence. With these words, I'm going to conclude, just showing my gratitude towards my family members, because the hero in my life was my father first. He has taken a revolutionary step by sending me to the hostel, where in my village, no girl was allowed to study. There was only a madrasa in the village up to grade 3. So girls were allowed only to study up to 3. Then after that, there was no education system. The high school was in the district and the girls were not allowed to go to the district. It was quite far. But my father took this initiative and sent me the hostel. And you will not believe that how much he has listened about this, that we ladies of the village used to say that where you have sent you both the girls, me and my elder sister, and what they are doing there, nobody knows. God knows only what they are doing there. Like this type of sentences were being used for us. But my father was very firm on that. So he's the first hero who has given me the opportunity. Then secondly, when I came to Delhi at the age of 18, I got married. So I was having only a basic certificate in my hand. But today I can very proudly, by the grace of Almighty, Alhamdulillah, can say that I have 4 master's degree and 2 doctorate degree. Naturally, credit going to my husband and children. Because of them, I have snatched some of their time and then I have dedicated to my profession. So, and then my brother, I still remember when I went for my B.Ed exam, my brother who accompanied me was late for his own exam of engineering by 1 hour. And then he pleaded the examiner. He was not allowed to enter in the exam. And he was just like about to lose 1 full year of engineering. Then he pleaded and he said that I went to drop my sister in Delhi University. It was very far from my house, around 45 kilometers away. So then after pleading, they allowed, and he did all his 3 hours paper in 2 hours. And he completed, and by the grace of Almighty, he passed also. So I'm very, very much grateful to my brother. And all of them have made me what I am today. It is not only one person, believe me, we have to value the people in our life, whether those are our sisters, brothers, husband, or wives, or children, or relatives, or distant relative, or friends, or whosoever is there, let's value them. That's what is my message to all the people who are sitting here and those who are on the Zoom, that please, let's value the people in our life. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Halima, for the most inspirational and eye-opening words. Now we'll move on to another question before we go on with the next item of our agenda.
So the next question is, who is the first female president of India? Who was?
Indians are allowed to answer.
Indira Gandhi, President. President or Prime Minister?
President. Answer.
Who was in any country?
Pratibha Patil.
In any country?
No, it was in India.
Indira Gandhi.
Uh-oh.
He's talking about the globe in the world. But she was not president. Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
All right, so next we have the special address by our guest of honor, Dr. Anara Naim. Dr. Anara Naim is the former parliament member that now serves as an Islamic lecturer, author, lawyer, and a mental health advocate from the Maldives.
Since 2007, she has been advocating for the religion of Islam by giving public lectures via TV and radio programs. So we welcome Dr. Anara. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I would like to thank everyone for your presence this afternoon and for giving me this opportunity. It is indeed an honor to be here today among so many great and exemplary leaders in different fields of the modern world. Throughout history, it can be seen that women played significant roles in the development and advancement of every walk of life. However, it is only recently that these women have started to get the merit that it benefited to them. Today, this recognition is even more crucial because our younger generation, with regards to the adolescents and young adults, are constantly looking out for role models that bear inspiration and truth sharp enough to shape their future. Hence, the vitality to guide them to such sources is upon us as women and as leaders. Gathered here, we have an abundance of successful women from different nations and religions. As a Muslim woman, I would like to say a few words about the roles and rights of women. Islam gives women a lot of respect and regard. For instance, as mothers who need to be revered, obeyed, and shown consideration, not only that it is considered pleasing one's mother contributes to pleasing Allah. Our teaching instructs us that the best path to paradise is through a mother's contentment. Islam honors us as wives. The woman has claims over the husband similar to his, with the exception that he has a degree of authority over matters due to his responsibility of providing and managing the family's finances. According to Islam, the best Muslim men are those who behave towards their wives with the utmost esteem. As for our pride, our daughters, Islam exhorts women to provide them good upbringings and excellent education. Islam commands having daughters as they are considered to be gifts that are incredibly rewarding. For instance, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever looks after two girls until they become adults, he and I will arrive like this on the day of resurrection while hold his fingers together." There has always been a lot of misconceptions about the rights of women in Islam. In the past, our place in the world, in the whole world, as women was disregarded. The rights of women were soiled and we were treated as inferior and even seen as a misfortune. To shed light to this, even in the 18th century, our children were considered to be a possession solely of the father. Our education limited and the laws that ultimately all of has to abide by was decided for us. While we admit there are flaws, wrongdoing, and neglect of women among some people, ultimately each person will answer for themselves in the course of time. In conclusion, no words can express the amount of collective gratitude we feel at this occasion to be afforded to speak and act on behalf of women over the centuries. The struggle we withstood has borne fruit sweeter than anything comparable. To all the women receiving awards today for their outstanding contributions to our societies, congratulations. And to all of us here today, let us continue to work together to create a more just and equal world for all women. Hereby, I would like to close by thanking my spouse, my mother, and my family for their continued support always. Thank you. Yes, next on the agenda is a speech by Mr. David. Mr. David Assam was born in Manchester, England in 1965, and he has lived in England, USA, Denmark, Singapore, and now he's in the Philippines. He currently has 3 children and 6 grandkids. He is an internet entrepreneur. David has authored 6 books and published a total of 35. He has delivered almost 500 speeches and has been a Toastmaster and a Rotarian and is an Tagorian and a member of the Marx Society as well. He is semi-retired, living in a beautiful city in Philippines with his fiancée.